So why is Java so? Why is something so? Why does Java not have pointers? Why does Java permit static fields and methods? Why does Java not have multiple inheritance? And why does Java allow fields and methods in interface? So we will today figure out why is Java so. So the first reason is to help componentize the code. So while writing Java code, we should always think about developing components. Components like generic Lego blocks. You can take out one block and replace it with another block that has the same connector. So we can mix and match with the basic functionality. We can build bigger components out of it. So a well-developed software component is as generic as possible. It is built to do only one thing. It allows other components to make use of it without depending on it. By dependency here I mean it is easily replaceable. So a program on the other hand is a monolithic pile of code. It does everything without exposing generic and clear interfaces. So it is impossible to replace it without any impact. So Java always promotes development of interchangeable components. For example, like an overriding method, it cannot throw more generic exception than one declared by the overridden method. And constructor of subclass, it cannot throw more specific exception than one thrown by the constructor of superclass. So in this way, it helps to componentize the code. Similarly, there are other reasons, like the second reason is to eliminate the scope for bugs. For example, we have pointer arithmetic and goto, automatic garbage collection and generics. So there are these things which were found weird at that time, but it helped us to eliminate the scope for bugs. The third reason is to make life easier for the programmer. So having more and more features is not necessarily a good thing. For example, pointer arithmetic, manual allocation and deallocation, these are powerful techniques, but they make a life for a programmer hell. So in Java, there is no need to allocate memory in Java because all objects are created on the heap. Similarly, there is no need to deallocate memory because garbage collection is automatic. So these are features which are complicated features which Java language takes care of by itself, and thus it helps us to focus more on business logic. Similarly, there are other things like there is a convention in our Java that while making a public class, we tend to write the file name with that same public class name. So it is a good convention, but it helps us to make the life of a programmer easier. So the fourth reason is to become commercially successful. So not all non-OOP features are useless. They are useful. Like if, for example, static methods is one such feature which helps us in various functionalities, and it is a non-OOP feature. And so we have included all those features which helped other languages to become commercially successful even when they are not really OOP feature. So for example, another thing is that if you see this code here, so it is technically possible to design a compiler that can figure out the value of non-final local variable like this x equal to 0. So compiler knows the value of it, but still x equal to 20, it never throws that line as unreachable code. It will throw an exception when it goes inside if, but it will not throw a compilation error at x equal to 20 line. So it compiles fine even though compiler knows code is unreachable. So if similarly, this is also another code where you can see in the if debug is false, and it will work fine, compile fine, even when the code knows, compiler that knows that the code is unreachable. And So why is it so? Uh, so historically, the combination of a Boolean variable and an if statement was used to include or exclude debug statements from the compiled code. So developer can change value of that flag at just one place to eliminate all debug statements. So Java designers decided to permit this type of unreachable code so that conditional compilation could occur. So if you see in this code, this code will not work as like previously where the Boolean variable with if statement allowed to go inside the if block. So they helped us to have all the debug statements, but here if you see, it is while with a Boolean variable it won't work, and it will throw an unreachable code. I mean